Everybody, Jason Burmis here. And one of the companies that I haven't harped on as much in this McGregor fiasco is definitely Reebok. Well, that's all about to change. Because although I've gone hard on WME Entertainment, ESPN, Disney, the UFC, Dana White, even tweeting about Ariel Helwani and him sitting down in a staged interview, Reebok stands to make a lot of money off of McGregor. And a lot of people questioned the decision for the shirt choice behind me. Now it is becoming ever apparent why that shirt choice was made. Well, they're selling cartoons to children. And I want to make sure people understand how serious this really is, okay? Your kids are being told basically to deify a monster. And they are doing it not only through cartoon t-shirts, but now a cartoon ad selling sneakers of McGregor. Now, I don't want to get a copyright strike, so we'll probably keep it small. I'm going to keep the audio out of the background. Make sure you're thumbing this video up, subbing and sharing. For some reason, people still haven't woken up to the fact that this is not okay. And I've said, look, this is the guy that they're putting on the cover of video games, and now they're not even hiding it. I mean, you know what? Before we get to this, I want to show you how much Reebok has probably already made off of McGregor. Like I showed you, this is the new shirt here. Oh, I didn't want to do that. But take a look. All of this is Reebok McGregor gear. You see that? That's 6 different types of t-shirts. How many different types of jackets? He's got his own line of hats right here. I mean, we're talking dozens and dozens and dozens to the point where he's also got his own shoe line. Okay? So he's worth a lot of money in this endorsement deal. Now, does Reebok want to stand by a violent rapist? Well, I would assume so, because not only do they want to stand by him, they want to promote him. Look at all this. Look at all this gear. They want to promote him and the new sneaker to kids. So let's just play this. Now here's Connor coming in. He's coming into a kid's bedroom. You saw the teddy bear, right? On the thing. He's about to jump over what? A train tracks. He's in a kid's bedroom. And now he's an action figure superhero about to beat up the bad guy. Kicks the bad guy. Oh! Chokes a Yeti. Now you look at that. Let's go over that. I want to look at that. You got to wonder if at some point during that violent incident, it looked similar. So let's continue, and then he'd be a hero against a Pennywise type character and a cyber thing. So there he is strutting in, and they're selling McGregor sneakers to kids in a kid's bedroom. And he's about to fight an even bigger bad guy. He's David, that's Goliath. Does anybody else want to puke in their fucking mouth? Is anybody else going to say this is unacceptable? That Disney, WME Entertainment, Reebok, ESPN, the UFC are going to make tens of millions, if not hundreds of millions of dollars each off this guy's back? And before we get to some other things that I want to show you here, I want you to think about this. If this fight happens and he gets his head kicked off, it's still not going to be a win for me. Why? Because in those moments, we know about $3.8 million and plus pay-per-view points. Probably made $10 million in those moments. If the fight happens at all with Conor McGregor involved, we all lose. Everybody loses. I promise you that. That is the reality, okay? And this is what really makes me sick. They are promoting this man as a family guy. That's what he told Ariel Helwani. Cerrone's a family man like me. Like, I'm a family man. That's why I picked him. And they always hype up his generous donations. Oh, $25,000. to Dublin's inner city helping homeless. Oh, wait, no. He's also given to 27 of Toys for Christmas. I want you to take a look at this. This is last year's Super Bowl. Remember, this incident in December of a violent beating and rape of a woman, where all the evidence, including forensic and eyewitness statements, proves, that he's a violent rapist. No big deal. No, we'll ignore that reality. I mean, it could take up to 5 years for this trial to even take place. I did a video when he was strutting around, shaking people like Robert Kraft's hand. There he is, Robert Kraft, at the Super Bowl with his son. He's a family man. He's in a purple suit, and he's got a baby boy. Oh, look at him. What a great dad, huh? He's somebody that I want my kids to look up to. And you got to realize he was only fined $1,116 for punching that man in the head. But here's what's more alarming. Before this, he had 18 previous convictions dating back to the age of 19, some of them assault and other violent crimes. This was his 19th conviction in Dublin alone. The man has 2 open rape investigations. And Reebok wants to make him into a cartoon superhero so your kids can worship him. Isn't that the greatest? Isn't that how things will be? And if you don't think with all the PR and the donations and the family man talk and the purple suits that they haven't controlled this narrative, you are out of your mind. They have not let him near a press conference of live questions since the incident in Russia, where a man began to ask the violent rape question. This is actually, by the way, before the second incident, I think. Yeah, it's way before the second incident, right? I think the second incident, might not. Yeah, I think this is maybe like a week or two before the second incident. Okay. And he asks, and the woman just shuts it down. She actually yells at the reporter for doing his job. Now, the UFC, WME Entertainment, Reebok, they couldn't be happier that it, thank God, happened in Russia. And it didn't happen in an English-speaking nation, because that footage would have went viral. That would have been game over. And that's why they're going to try to heavily control this upcoming press conference, if you can even call it a press conference, at the Staples Center. And I've done my best today to lock down a time for the Reddit AMA on the McGregor subject so we can really try to get this word out and ensure that this fight doesn't happen. That these people pay for their crimes against humanity of covering up for a violent rapist so they can make a bunch of money, and then somebody like Reebok promoting him to your children via cartoon commercials and cartoon t-shirts. Sound fair to you? Sound good? Sound like these are the real gangsters. Okay? Forget about what you're told and, who the bad guys in the mob. This is the real mafia. Disney, ESPN Plus, Hulu, all in a package for you at a bargain price while we promote a violent rapist. Guys, thumbs the video up, sub and share if you are new to the channel. We do it 3 to 7 times a day here on various subjects, from the Epstein autopsy evidence to killer communist Iranian dolphin fleets. For some reason, YouTube's been acting up. Like, for instance, your chats are stopping, and then all of a sudden I have 0 viewers, and now it doesn't want to process my latest video. But we're keeping it up big, okay? I'm on the Twitter. If you want to help me out here, we're going to go right here to my profile, to the thread. And I'm going to put this in there. We're going to read some of this right now to let you know that there's a plethora of evidence against McGregor himself. I'm not saying this because I like it, because I think it's hip or cool. I'm saying it because she was left with bruising after the alleged attack, where there was also suggestions of bleeding. Oh, yeah, and he'd been accused of this before. So prior to the 2 investigations going on now, there was previously accused of attacking another woman in recent months at a separate venue. That went quietly away. By the way, that's not the only one. There's actually another previous incident. No big deal there. And by the way, she didn't even name McGregor right afterwards because she was so scared to death, because she's in a deep state of distress and she is absolutely terrified. She was allegedly beaten viciously during this incident, and she is terrified for her life. She is in absolute fear. Part of the problem is the sports star is linked to people who are dangerous. Who could be dangerous in Dublin, Ireland? Huh. Could it be the Irish Mafia? No. Forensically, the hotel room has been identified and examined by forensic experts. CCTV has been downloaded, and they have spoken to the staff. The woman has handed over her blood-stained clothing to Garda, a.k.a. police, that is now being examined. So it's all in this thread. Really, beyond a reasonable doubt, not only did this occur, but this is actively being covered up. Actively being covered up. You want to financially support me, guys? I'm doing it one way via the GoFundMe, and now from rockfin.com starting tomorrow, there will be exclusive content, one exclusive video 5 days a week on a subject that you won't see on my regular channel. So we're also going to be doing it that way, just in case I get deplatformed on YouTube. Let's pray and hope that it doesn't happen, but we got to diversify somehow and find a way in case they do pull that plug. But we are going to grow. I'm going to continue to tell the truth. I am not amused by this commercial, and I love you guys. Let's stop this fight. I'll see you on the flip side.